But speaking, let's not talk about the end of the run. Let's talk about the beginning of this run, because that's about to happen right now. I am going to hand it off to Ice Blue, who is going to be running the classic Super Metroid. Ice?
The two. Oh wait. I guess I'm on the wrong stage.
You got you gotta kill that muscle memory there, man.
Well, all right. I guess I can run this game. I don't know. Do I even know how to play this game, Fonny?
You know, I was not aware of the fact that you did until I got assigned to host it, and I was like, oh, word? Ice Blue does Metroid? Okay, I want to see this.
Actually,
so I guess I'm just as surprised as you are.
So I mean, actually, I run this, and I've ran Zero Mission in the past. I never submitted a time. I used to play a lot of the Zero Mission rando, and one day I just slapped in vanilla and I put in like, I think it was like a 105 or something like that, and I was like, all right, I'm happy with that.
Okay. Very good.
But yeah, hello, my name's Ice Blue. I'm gonna be playing some Super Metroid, hopefully playing. This game is very brutal. It is a game jam-packed full of speed tech, lots of like platforming, like precision platforming, and a lot of health management, and ammo management, because we don't pick up a lot of like missile packs, super missiles, and e-tanks. So there's going to be lots of moments where we're going to be like, oh my goodness, am I going to survive? But we are. It'll be fine. We may take a couple of safety saves just in case, just for marathon, because if I do happen to die, that's it. The run's over, and there's no coming back. But yeah, please get those donations in and tilt whichever direction you want in the favor of saving and killing those animals. The cutoff for that incentive is going to be right when we defeat Mother Brain 1 is where I'm going to set the cutoff time. So whenever I defeat the caged brain, or the jarred brain, I guess you want to call it, is where we will decide if I am saving or killing those animals. So get those donations in, chat. And I believe I am ready to get started. Vonnie, are you ready?
Well, I am, but before we do, I just want to let people know where we're at on that bid war. Save has $23 and Kill has Squadooch. So, I mean, come on. There has to be folks out there that want to see these horrible, awful animals just get killed because we know what they did, they know what they did, and we need to deliver some swift justice, right?
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. And look.
Yes. Okay. Good. All right. So you're with Ice there.
And look. Also, we're at a speed run event. Why would I lose frames going to save animals?
Save the frames. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on.
All right, chat.
So, yes.
I think we are ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so we start off here. So the way that this run works, we are allowed to basically skip the entire like beginning like cutscene. So we get to skip the last Metroid is in captivity speech. And we get to start immediately over in Sarah Station. And our goal here is to basically just go in. We found out that an unknown entity attacked Sarah Station after we had just dropped off this Metroid, because we were going to use this Metroid to study it, to kind of like see if we can like either eradicate them or discover like what makes them function. But we meet our good pal Ridley here. And the whole point of that fight is just to get damage down to 24 health. And just like any Metroid fashion, the station is blowing up. So we're gonna basically kind of just run through this. You're gonna see me constantly aiming my my arm buster, like up and down. That's called pumping in this game. And what that does is every single time... Oh, I missed that. every single time Samus does that, it pushes Samus's sprite forward 1 pixel. So each time you see Samus like running forward and you see her like aim up right or down right or up left and down left depending on the direction she's running, it's pushing her her sprite forward 1 pixel. So it actually kind of saves a good bit of frames over the run.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say it saves the frames?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like what we would be doing if we were to kill the animals? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, great. I got a $25 donation here from Awu Inu who says, kill the animals.
Yes. See, now, I knew I liked you.
I want to also... Yeah, see, Awu, I'm with you there. Now, something else I'd also like to point out. That gets us just about $60 away from hitting $3,000 over the course of Prevent-A-Thon 5. So, get your donations in. We want to hit that milestone, and be sure to apply it to the Save or Kill option. It is your only donation incentive left. So, make your opinion heard by way of your donations to Little Warriors.
All right, so I'm using a couple of a speed tech here. It's called moonfalling. So in the beginning, you didn't really get to see me set up like my controller scheme, but I have the if you hold the fire button and press backwards, Samus can moonwalk, and by aiming up or down, firing your gun and jumping and walking backwards as you're falling off of a ledge. You can actually, I don't know what it actually does, but it makes Samus just fall increasingly faster. And you were able to clip through a platform in that room to kind of just speed up the fall there. And it's called moonfalling. All right, so we're gonna pick up our patented Metroid item, the Morph Ball. And that's going to allow Samus to go into that ball state, which will allow her to traverse through the tight little squeezes. And we're going to pick up a singular missile pack. This is just so we can fight the next little mini boss coming up here. But by picking up the Morph Ball, it actually made Brinstar become alive. Keep missing those jumps.
I'd like to see my donation tracker come alive with all your donations.
Okay, jump, sir. We want to kind of stay at full health here. Because we want, when we fight the next little mini boss here, Bombterizo, we want to just get nothing but missile drops from it. And that way we can speed up we can speed up the fight. So I'm gonna actually do that, just to kind of make sure that we are full HP here. And we're gonna fight our first little mini boss of the game. This is Bombterizo. And by lining up, I kind of use Samus's helmet there to line up with the little dots in the background. This is gonna cause Bombterizo to just jump back. Well, we're gonna get a missile drop there. All right.
Time for the one trick in this game that I could never do when I was playing it.
Alcatraz?
Oh no, I've done it successfully once. I've probably tried to do it at least a couple hundred times back when I ran this, way back in the day. That trick is a lot harder than it looks.
It really is. All right, so now we're gonna make our way down to Brinstar because we need to basically start taking out. Samus just comes to a planet and just decides that she just wants to like wreak havoc, and we're just here like people like the bosses here are just minding their own business, and Samus just comes to this planet and it's just like, you know what, it's your turn. This is also the best track in the game right here, by the way, Green Bren.
Yeah.
All right, so this trick here is called Mock Ball.
Yeah.
So by jumping through a door transition there, and pressing down, like, and morphing like right on the same like frame of like landing, Samus actually does maintain her her speed. So it maintains her speed while she's in Morph Ball there. So it removes the need of us like needing to pick up the speed booster to get those super missiles, which allows us to get the super missiles very early and skip the need to fight Spore Spawn. All right, what were you saying, Vonnie? Sorry.
Oh, I was saying that this music was just really cool to experience for the first time, because a lot of the music beforehand was kind of more ambient and meant to just not really be at the forefront or whatnot, but then all of a sudden you get this jam in here and you're like, oh, okay, I can deal with this. And I just, yeah, but I agree with you. Yeah, this is the best track in the game for sure.
Like everybody says, oh, what about Lower Norfair? And I'm like, Lower Norfair is great, but like this one just hits like really hard.
Yeah, no, this is awesome.
Oh, fired too early there.
You know what else would be awesome?
What's that?
Okay, well, I'll tell you anyway. Getting to 3K for the entirety of this event. So if you use the donate command in chat, you can make a donation here to Little Warriors before it's too late, because this is our final run of this year's event. And also, don't forget, when you are making those donations, apply your incentives properly. Save or kill the animals. You should see an option for it there. Make sure you check the one that is how you want that to go, so that your donation matters not just for the charity, but also for the final bid war of this event.
Yes, please get those donations in, and let me know how you feel about the raccoons and I forget the name of the bird.
Well, I tell you what, we have somebody who has an opinion on that. It is the aforementioned Awu Inu, who donates another $10 and says, delicious animals. And with that, the bid war now, Kill is in the lead with 35, Save is trailing with 23, so still plenty close. You can tip the scales on this one very easily, but you got to donate to Little Warriors in order to do it.
I agree with the Woo here. I don't know if I would actually eat the animals, but I definitely would like leave them here. All right, I don't know how practiced I am with this, so please don't laugh at me. Oh, nice. We'll see how this crate goes. We might see some DLC. Who knows? No DLC.
Beautifully done. Now that is a trick I never was able to pull off. I could never get that crate quick kill.
Yeah, it's
So-
I've noticed it. You have it's like a 2 or 3 frame window when you hit that first missile, and Kraid has 3 different like animations of like his mouth open, and it's the middle animation. So like whenever like Kraid's mouth is open, like mid, So there's like a small opening, a middle opening, and then a large opening. And when it's the mid one, that's when you can get the triple hit with there, like right there. All right, normally I would pick up that E-tank down there, but we are gonna pick up an extra. Actually, no, I don't pick up an extra one. That is the extra one. So we are gonna pick this one up. I was kidding. Kidding.
We got someone in chat asking how we doing. Well, how we're doing is we are, well, now we are only $42 away from the $3,000 mark. That's because we got an anonymous donor giving us $10 with no comment, but thank you very much for that. That gets us even closer to that 3,000 that we are looking for, that milestone we're looking for. So thank you very much for that donation.
Yeah, thank y'all so much for all the donations. We do very, very much appreciate it. Every little bit helps to go to such a wonderful cause. All right, so now we are at the right amount of health. So you need, for this run, and any run that you do of this game, you need at least 3 E-tanks. In order to basically survive the final boss, because Mother Brain 2's like hyper beam does hit for exactly 300 damage as long as you have both the suits. But we're gonna, in this run, since I picked up that extra E-tank right after Kraid, we are gonna have 4 E-tanks when we get to the end, which gives us a little bit of safety. Oh, I didn't. No, come back. Come back. And I'm also going to have an extra 5 missiles here because I picked up that missile tank there. Nice jump. All right, so this is going to be a little bit of like kind of like precision jumping here. I bunked. We have a little bit more health than the game kind of like anticipates you having here.
I love that this room is referred to as Bubble Mountain. I also love that, like, pretty much every room in this game has a name. I remember watching somebody doing a practice run of this with, or maybe it was a randomizer or something like that, and there was something that would pop up with a unique name for every single room in the game. One of which is the worst room in the game, which I think is fantastic. I think every run should have something like that. So that's something I just appreciate about the speedruns of this game.
If you actually go through that room like casually, you will know why it's called the worst room in the game.
Oh yeah, they are not kidding, for sure.
Yeah, it definitely earned its name. For those asking in chat, what does KPDR stand for? It just stands for the boss order, because there's different routes for different like levels of skill. This one is Kraid, Phantoon, Dragon, Ridley. The world record route uses, I think it's PKRD, or no, I forget what they use. They use something. But yeah, they do Phantoon first, which, no thank you. I fell. No, face. Really?
Well, speaking of struggles, I got a couple donations here to read off to you that might not be what you want to hear, but you know what? We always want to hear money being raised for Little Warriors, so we're going to do that. We got a $20 donation from Noel Son, who says, "Save the kids, save the animals." And then we also have a $15 donation from Zokabun, who says, "I don't like ice, so I just want to slow them down. Let's save the animals from the meat sweats."
Wow, that's it. You're uninvited.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that was definite shots fired there. And with that, Save has taken a considerable lead here. It is at $68. Kill is trailing at 35. So if you are really wanting to see those animals killed, you're going to need to get some donations in here to tilt the table back in your favor.
Also, Nolson, you're not allowed back in my stream. Just saying.
Ooh. So public about it, too.
Oh, it bunked the door. And I bunked the ceiling. Everything's not coming up Millhouse, y'all. All right, so we did a little kind of like window shopping around Norfair. We picked up a few items that we're going to be utilizing to do future things here. We picked up our high jump boots, we picked up another E-tank, and we picked up the speed booster here. And that's going to come in handy for reaching Fantoon, which is coming up. And it's gonna allow us, I like to stop and kill those. It's gonna allow us to basically like cross the ocean to reach Rex ship.
All right. Ice, I gotta jump in here because we got a $7 donation. It is from Icariosa, excuse me. And the donation just says, "Make Cell cry %." And I think we are going to make her cry here with this announcement that we have now raised $3,000 for Little Warriors here in Prevent-A-Thon 5. So thank you all very, very much for those donations. We've hit the $3,000 marker, but we've got another one we'd like to hit here. And that is, let's see if we can best what Prevent-A-Thon 4 did last year. They raised $3,183, and we're going to try to top that. So need a little under $200 left. I have a feeling a fiery finish to this Save or Kill the Animals bid war could easily get us there. By the way, that is at Save at 68. Kill is now up to 42. So closing the gap. But if you want to see it take the lead, use the donate command in chat and make sure to apply your incentives properly.
Yes, please. And thank y'all so much for hitting 3,000. That's such a major milestone. Oh, I missed a door. Gonna stop for those just because I need the super missiles, since I decided that the Rippers were getting in my way, and I destroyed 2 of them. While Vonnie was like hyping us up over all of this, I was getting bodied by climbing Red Tower.
Would it make you feel better if there were donations that were put toward killing the animals?
Absolutely.
Well, good. I have one of those. It's another $30 from Awu Inu, who says, "Meat sweat soon," trademark. And with that, Kill has now taken the lead at $72, but Save is right behind it at 68. So still a tight race now. If you want to see those animals saved, you know what you need to do.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, yo, thank y'all for the donations, especially to the ones donating to killing. the animals. I very much appreciate y'all a little bit more, but I do appreciate all the donations. Alright, so while we were listening to kill the animals become the victor here for now, we entered Wreck Ship. So we're immediately going to go over here. The Wreck Ship has no power, so we need to figure out what's causing the power outage. And we find out that it's a boss. This is Phantoon. This is probably my favorite boss fight in the entire run. This one is, like, it looks like it's difficult, but Phantoon just has very specific patterns. So you can get trolled like we did, and we're getting it a slow. I only got one missile there.
I feel like Phantoon's fast, mid, and slow patterns are basically equivalent to like Aghanim blue balls in Link to the Past speedruns.
They technically kind of are.
Yeah.
Wow, I got a slow, mid, slow. Unfortunately, no 3 cycle. Oh wow, slow, slow, or slow, mid, slow, slow. Oh my goodness. I am noodling.
Phantoon just giving folks more time to donate toward the save and kill bid war here. Speaking of which, I've got a $5 donation from Nolson that says, please let me back in your stream.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Would it help if that if I told you that $5 was applied towards killing the animals?
Was it though?
It was.
Okay, you can come back.
Oh, well, there you go. You heard it.
As long as it was applied to kill the animals, you can come back.
Oh, whoa. Speaking of applications, I've got a $100 donation here. This one is from Oregon Mike, and they say, there's a check that needs cashing in my wallet, and it says that we're not boiling that poor Datura. Try to stop me, chat. I dare you. And that has been applied to saving the animals. Right now, Save has $168. Kill has 77. So that is now a massive gap for all of you Kill the Animal fans. I don't think you want to take this lying down. Do not let Mike bully you like that. Let's close that gap in between the two. Speaking of closing the gap, we are so close to hitting that Prevent-A-Thon 4 total. We only need a few more dollars to get there. I mean, we need about $50 to get there. It is so close to getting there. Applying it toward kill would be a great way to do it.
Oh, wait, no, I'm going back for that. I want the cool mock ball. There we go. Alright, I have to farm just a little bit of health here. Except it's gonna give me nothing but missiles. Not the fivers. Yeah, we're gonna be damage boosting through a bunch of spikes here. Alright, so that was Phantoon. Phantoon told me that they didn't want me to, defeat them fast. So unfortunately we did not. And now we get to sit here for about 47 seconds and watch this Torizo, go bowling. So Vani, if you have some wonderful and lovely things to say, please do.
Yeah, I do. I feel like the fact that you wasted so many frames fighting Fantoon means that we need to save frames on the back end by killing the animals.
See,
just seems to make sense.
This is why I've always liked you, Vani.
Nah, I know. It's also because I let you win in that BS Legend of Zelda race at AGDQ. Anyway,
you know I slid Ganon a 5 to give him like you the worst pattern.
Yeah. You admit it. Thank you for finally admitting it. Anyway, I do want to remind folks that your donations are being given to Little Warriors. They are a Canadian-based charity, and as a reminder, your donations are being processed in Canadian dollars. So if you live in a different country, those donations are going to be automatically converted for you. And if you would like to see a current rate of exchange, especially if it's coming from US dollars or in British pounds, you can type the rate command into chat, and it will give you that information.
All right, so we need to fall back down Red Tower here, because now we're heading into Meridia, because we need to go and fight another boss, and I'm gonna farm a little bit of health here. Not supers. I need just a little bit of health. Okay. It's fine. You know what? Just do your worst, plant.
Well, I tell you what, while you're getting chewed on there, I gotta tell you, we got a $100 donation come in. It was from Awu Inu. It was applied toward killing the animals. But before we get to that, we have to tell you that we have surpassed Prevent-A-Thon 4 with a grand total now of $3,235 being raised for Little Warriors. So GG's everyone there. Thank you very much for getting that milestone, but I understand that maybe we have another milestone brewing. Can we maybe pass our total from Prevent-A-Thon 3? That was actually the highest total that's ever been raised in one of these events. And that total was $3,371. So if you would like to make this the best Prevent-A-Thon yet, then go ahead and get your donations in. And if you want to donate towards that bid war, I got to tell you, we have another lead change here. Kill is now back in the lead with $177. Save right behind at 168. It is a tightly contested battle here. It is swinging back and forth, and I'd like to see it continue to do this all the way up until that mother brain fight, which if I'm looking at where we're at based on the estimate, I'm guessing that's about like 20-ish minutes away, something like that. So if you want to get this bid war spicy, if you want to get a Prevent-A-Thon PB here, get those donations in now.
Well, while Vani was giving us a excellent talk there, we missed out on a Botwoon quick kill. I've been practicing that one a lot because that one's very satisfying to do.
I'll bet it is, and it's completely consistent, right? There isn't really much in the way of RNG there, is there?
Not really. The only RNG that you really have is just reacting to the pattern that you get from Botwoon, because there's a few different like loops that Botwoon can do. All right, health looks good. Missile count looks great. I unfortunately do not know how to do the what they call the full halfy and the half halfy and something halfy, and yeah, I don't. It's unfortunately it's not my skill level. It's a lot of precise jumps. All right, so we have our third boss here. I know we're rushing through this, and I'm sorry we're unable to really explain. This is Dragon. This is a shrimp. Shoutouts to my seafood enjoyers. I'm gonna try and set up a tech here. I have not been good with it though. Yeah, no, I messed it up. Oops. Okay, well, we got a nice 3 cycle on Dragon anyway.
Yeah, very nice.
One thing that I learned when I started running this game is that Dragon takes a lot of damage from Speed Booster. Dragon has, I think, 6,000 health, and if you hit Dragon like from like when she does like her first swoop with like a full Speed Booster charge, it does like 20. It's either 2,100 or 2,400. So it does a lot of damage.
I mean, yeah, I would think somebody accelerating at the speed of light directly into my forehead would hurt pretty badly.
Nah.
Yeah.
Just block it.
Yeah.
All right, so our ammo count is actually, I have 5 more missiles than I intended to have, and that's okay. I do like to get my super missile count up here, because I am going to need it. You can also use this room coming up here, not this one, the next one, to refill, but most of the time these things kind of drop health like that. Which our health is phenomenal right now. Alright, so the only way to enter this room here is by defeating Dragon. This is going to be the only other beam pickup that we did in this run. And this is probably, I say probably when it actually is. This is the, no, I lie, we are picking up one more beam. But this is Plasma Beam. This is our strongest beam in the game. It has very, very strong capabilities of piercing through enemies. We do, however, have to destroy every single space pirate in this room.
Yeah, this is definitely the butter cutter of Super Metroid. It just absolutely melts, and I like how there's that pile of I don't know, like little larvae or whatever in there, just to kind of demonstrate the true power of the plasma beam just melting everything. So that's good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, I got a donation to read here. An anonymous donor sends in $10.99 and says, "Save the cute things chat, please."
No.
And with that, save has now edged back into the lead. It is at $179. Kill is at $177. It is neck and neck. I want to see some big donations coming in here. Everybody take some big swings here. Try to put your choice out of reach, because we are going to be cutting this off in the not too distant future. So if you want to try to land the knockout blow here for this bid war, go ahead, do your best.
Chat, I will love you relentlessly if you keep voting for Kill the Animals.
I have never heard of anybody loving relentlessly. That is a new one to me, but you know what? I'm here for it. If you want relentless ice blue love, use the donate command just got put into chat. As a reminder, make sure that when you donate, putting your choice in your donation comment is not sufficient enough. You need to choose your incentive, whether that be save or kill the animals. There should be an option near the bottom of the screen in order for you to do that. Apply accordingly.
Don't mind me just missing the mock ball there.
Wait, missing what, Marco? I didn't see anything.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just trying to look flashy here.
You're good. It's so fancy.
Gotta look fancy. It's Super Metroid. Everything looks flashy in this game. Alright, this is the final beam we pick up on the run. I promise this time. Maybe. Maybe I'm lying. Who knows? I'm not. Alright. So I haven't really had a chance to kind of like go over like the different types of like tech in this game. Because really we've been kind of like just noodling through things, and this is why Vonnie and I can't be on the same call.
Yeah, I make no apologies. I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, there's a lot of like movement tech and precise jumping in this run that just makes this run like what it is. And it's honestly it's one of the more like advanced runs that I've learned. Zelda 2 being like a very close second. Just with like how much tech there is to learn and like how much you have to remember. Gonna pick that up. I unfortunately don't do all the cool strats for this room. I just take things very slowly in this room.
Space jump go brrr. That definitely helps.
There is a trick coming up here that I'd land maybe one in like 30 times. So maybe we land it for this one because it's a marathon. It involves a very precise short charge. Which also involves a stutter step short charge. Which I did not get. So basically, like, you can stutter step short charge there. And that would allow me to have basically just, like, speed booster through this room. Also, speaking of worst room in the game, this is the worst room in the game.
Here it comes.
We are going to make quick work of it by just getting rid of those. How?
Okay, now that you are through there, want to let folks know we just got a $25 donation. It is from an anonymous donor with no comment, but a couple updates for you here. That has put Kill back in the lead. It has $202. Save has $179, so that gap is still close. Also, want to let you know that we are exactly $100 away from besting the total from Prevent-A-Thon 3 and setting a PB for this event when it comes to money raised for Little Warriors. So we are very close, chat. We're also very close to cutting off this bid war here. Ridley fight's going to be coming up soon, and then it is straight down to Torian to fight Mother Brain. So if you would like to get in on this, we're entering sniping territory for this bid war. Again, save is at 179, kill is at 207, so that's a gap of what, $28. So a $30 donation would put it back into the lead. If you want to do save, folks, you know what to do. Use that donate command in chat, apply it properly, and let's get this bid war to a hot finish.
I'm sorry to say that this run is very bad now. I had to grab the power bombs of shame.
That's okay.
Oh.
Whoa, that was cool. That that echo effect from your speed boost kind of stayed on the screen and was mimicking what you were doing. I've never seen that before.
All right, we have one big screamy boy here. Put your headphones to very loud. All right, the screamy boy is defeated. All right, chat, we're getting close to the cutoff here.
Yeah, it is approaching, and before we get there, excuse me, I would like to read off a donation that came in here. It's a $5 donation, and it comes in from our very own Alara, who says, I said I would hold off until I found a new job, but this energy is infectious. Let's do this. Chat, we need to break our Prevent-A-Thon PB. On behalf of all the chat, we are so happy and proud of you. You have been amazing, and we appreciate all the love for this cause. Well, Alara,
goodness.
thank you very much for your donation. Thank you very much for all of the effort that you put into this event. And we are so close, folks. We're so close to a lot of things, to the cutoff for this bid war, to that PB to beat Prevent-A-Thon 3 and make this the best event yet. We're right there, folks. Let's make one big push, get to that finish line, and make this an event to truly remember.
My health is a little bit of a concern. I don't know why I powerbombed that, but sure. Just because these key hunters here, they do 50 damage. So I'm gonna take it just a little bit slower. There's one more room with them coming up here that we're gonna also take just a tad bit slower. Alright, so basically we're just kind of like escaping here and getting back to our ship. I will not be refilling at the ship. Alright, this is the room I'm gonna take just a... because those do 50 damage each hit, and I'm in too much of a dangerous health position to kind of like damage through them. Oh. Oh, no mock ball through here.
Yes, Bubble Mountain.
Not to be confused with Candy Mountain from, you know, Charlie the Unicorn. If you're familiar.
I am not, but I am familiar with reading off donations, and I'm happy to say that I can do that right now.
Yes.
We have another donation from Awu Inu. This one is for $5, and it says, to balance and health. And I definitely feel that there. Now, here's where we're at with the bid war. Kill has 207, Save has 184. That is a difference of, what is that?
23?
God, my brain just froze. $23. So, a $25 donation puts Save into the lead. A $25 donation to Kill would counteract that if somebody's thinking about doing it and you want to see that in the lead. And raising an additional $90 will get us to that Prevent-A-Thon PB and will set a record for this. But the time is now. I know that Ice Blue is on their way to Torian as we speak. It's really just a matter of getting there, and it's going to be happening soon. And at that point, it is truly the final countdown. So let's not waste any time. Get your donations in now, and let's keep raising that money for Little Warriors.
Can you tell me where that $5 went from Awu?
It appears that it actually went to save the animals.
That's it. Demodded, unfollowed, defriended, uninvited to meet sweats at SEDQ.
Oh, wow, that is a savage combo that you just laid on Inu there. My goodness. Inu is in chat fretting heavily, in case you can't see.
Oh, I can see it, and I'm
oh, okay, good.
It's making me nice. Oh, I bonked. No.
Oh no. Oh no. You know, Alara brings up a good point here. We actually do have one incentive left here in this marathon. And as you can see, the category for our finale is to make Cell cry. And if we can pass that Prevent-A-Thon 3 total and make this the highest raising total of any Prevent-A-Thon yet, that crying will almost certainly be occurring. So if you would like to fulfill Alara's mean friend goals here, then by all means get those donations in. We need $90 to get there. So let's finish strong here for this event.
Okay, so I'm gonna be a little bit less talkative here, just for a little focus time. I will say that please don't expect me to land baby skip, because I won't. I have not practiced in that at all. But we're coming up here. We have 4 rooms of Metroids that we have to get through. And then we have the coveted baby, the big baby Metroid that has grown up very quickly. Nice R button. Oh, that's great. I'm a little concerned for my health here. Well, actually, health is fine. It's the only thing we really need to worry about is our missile count.
Folks, we're about 2 minutes away for the cutoff for this bid war. If you were thinking about doing a snipe, if you wanted to be cheeky like that, your time is right now. We got Big Baby coming up, we got a health refill, then we got the Zebutite rooms, and then we are killing the first phase of Mother Brain. The time is now. Get your snipes in immediately.
Yes. You have about 2 minutes before the cutoff for this is. I'm just going to take these off because you take a ton more damage. And the less damage we have to deal with, the better.
Now, as a reminder, as far as the snipes go, here's where we're at. Kill has 207, Save has 184. It is a $23 difference. So, if you want to get that in, you need to get it in quickly.
We're also, what is it, $90 away from beating Prevent-A-Thon 3's total?
Yeah, that is true, and these donations will help. $5 from Phoenix Captain that says, animals make tasty barbecue. If anyone would know barbecue, it would be Phoenix. And we also have a donation here from Cyamphibian. It is for $75, and it says, so I think Alara wanted us to save the animals or something? IDK. Well, I tell you what, that's what's going to be happening right now unless we get a last-minute snipe. Save has 259, Kill has 212. We need exactly $11 more to get that PB. If somebody wants to drop a $50 on that, on the kill, you want to do it right now, and that'll get us there. And that's exactly what happened. $100 from Icarioso that says, did it work? It sure did, because we've got, I believe that's going to be applied towards kill, and that is going to get that back in the lead. But more important than that, we now have a PB for Prevent-A-Thon with a grand total of $3,461 raised for Little Warriors. Chats, GG's, you did it. You've raised a whole bunch of money, and we couldn't be prouder of you. Thank you very, very much for all of that. That is amazing.
Which y'all didn't get to see, unfortunately, during all that hype, thank you, by the way, is I did a trick called Zebetite Skip. By clipping through with one of the frozen Rinkas, the little donuts, if you clip through the first Zebetite there, by the way, this is the cutoff for the incentive, so what am I doing? So yeah, if you freeze one of the Rinkas there and you clip through, it allows you basically like to skip the first Zebetite. And since the game doesn't know what to do with the first Zebetite skipped, it just doesn't spawn the other Zebetites. Yeah, we are cutting off the incentive right now.
Well, I have some breaking news here for what's going on there. In the very last moment, we got an anonymous donation. It's for $100. It has no comment, but it has decided here. Kill has $312. Saving the Animals has $359. So, Ice Blue, you will be saving the animals.
I am
tonight.
disappointed in all of y'all, chat. I'm
Well, you know what?
excited that we broke this record and we demolished Prevent-A-Thon 3, but I am very disappointed in you, chat.
I need to point this out. It is my duty to point out as a host that this bid war alone raised a grand total of $671
Oh my goodness.
for Little Warriors. That's
amazing.
Massive number here. It helped us to make a great push. Listen,
Wait, hold on. Chat, can I get some 07s in chat for the baby Metroid, please?
Yes.
Please give me some 07s. 07s.
You can't see me. You can't see me, but I'm saluting too. Oh my goodness. Poor baby. Rip, you will never be forgotten. But we will never forget your generosity here this week, all week long, and especially this weekend for Little Warriors. Not only did we beat our total from Prevent-A-Thon 3, we sailed right past it. It was $3,371. We got $3,561. So that was not a cheap passing of it. And I will point this out, chat. Just because that donation is close, that incentive, that bid war is close, that doesn't mean that you can't still donate. If you would like to still donate, maybe have a parting message, something like that for this incredible event that we've had here for the last 4 days, by all means, get those in, and I'll be sure to read that as well. So don't let the fact that our bid war is done discourage you from continuing to contribute to this great cause.
Chat, thank y'all so much for everything throughout this entire event. Oop. Don't mind me. All right, I guess since it's for charity, I will save the animals.
Well, you're kind of obligated to, because that's how the bid war shook out. So you're just gonna have to grin and bear it, my friend.
Just know, chat, that I am gravely disappointed. Oh!
Oh, that bonk! Oh, speaking of disappointment, what are you doing?
There's like a certain angle you have to do it there to clip through.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, let's not focus on that error there. Let's instead focus on the fact that we are now past $3,600 for this event, and that is thanks to a $50 donation from the Masked Mango that says PB Hard. So happy to be here to see it happen. Less than 3. Thank you very much for that.
All right,
yes,
chat.
like I said,
here you go.
Yep. There it is. Those animals have been saved, where they will get sucked into the end of space and will just die, but not on this planet. So really, animals get killed no matter what. Anyway, but yes, continue to donate. We are not done with the event. We still have to make Cell cry. So the more you donate, the more she cries, and that's always a good thing, because they're happy tears, because we're raising so much money for Little Warriors.
Time is coming up, by the way. Time is coming up when Samus goes into her ship, and time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm quick.
Yo, GG's, Ice.
I will happily take that run in a marathon setting.
You will. Underestimate, that's always good.
Thank you, everyone, for just being here throughout the event. I know I've been kind of like absent, but I've been here in spirit. I've been here in the nights, just lurking, and just kind of like keeping a night watch on everything. But thank you, everybody, for everything throughout this entire event. To all of the restreamers, through all the producers, the tech crew, the hosts, the comms buddies, the runners, the commentators, everything. Every single person who helped put this like event on, you are an MVP in my heart. And then thank you for making this final incentive just such a wild ride. And like right at the last minute, someone just sniping saved the animals. Y'all are just amazing, and I appreciate every single one of y'all. And Vonnie, it is always a pleasure being in the same booth with you. Just kind of just doing what we do best. Just
absolutely.
entertaining.
When I was assigned to do not only the finale but do this with you, I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be a fantastic time. And sure enough, I was right. And you brought in a great run. You helped us to raise a whole bunch of money. So you should absolutely be proud of yourself, my friend. That was truly awesome.
Oh, it was a run that I can acceptably say that I enjoyed, like, and liked. Normally, I'm very picky about my runs, and if I mess up something, I'm just like, ugh, this is the worst run ever. But no, this one I can definitely say that it was a great run. I had a great host, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for Prevent-A-Thon 6 TBD.
Well, good stuff. Well, Ice Blue, thank you once again for closing us out in incredibly strong fashion here with a great Super Metroid run. So, wait,
Hold on.
Oh, I know what's coming. I know,
It's Super Metroid Standard.
I know what's coming here.
Chat.
Oh, that's right. Hold on. We still got a little more credits to go through. I know what's going on.
It's
Yes.
it's coming. Super
Yes,
Metroid
indeed.
Standard. We have to call out I don't even know what the.
Yeah. I think it wasn't like it was one of the dev. It's part of the dev team, right? Yeah, it was just.
I think it's the dev
Dear
team.
Force!
Produced by Dear Force.
Awesome. Good stuff. Ah, yes. To finish off on a meme is very fitting. That is truly wonderful.
All right, that's gonna be it for me. I will be back in just a brief moment. I will be joining some of the other members of staff to kind of, to make Cell cry. So stick around and hang out with us while Cell just kind of weeps because we kicked some butt this weekend.
That is no lie right there. Again, one more time. Thank you very much, Ice Blue, for that fantastic run. Thank you, everyone in chat, for helping us to raise a whole bunch of money, $3,611 for Little Warriors, the best yet for any Prevent-A-Thon event. So you all should be very proud and just GG's to everyone involved with these last 4 days here on Prevent-A-Thon. So, well, I tell you what, folks, that is going to do it for me as far as my hosting goes. I had a fantastic time being a part of what these folks did. A lot of fun, great runs, great energy. This was very cool, and I'm glad to have been a part of it.